Satchel Paige would say relays get everybody's juices jangling, and this one is the best. The distance medley relay, it is sensational.
I say it every year. I don't know why the distance medley relay is not in the Olympic Games.
Listen, and I agree with you totally. I mean, you know, 400-meter leg, 800 meters, 1,200, 1,600, in effect the mile. And it just shows the team's versatility and overall strength. It is terrific stuff. Relays get everybody going. This race epitomizes the improvement in distance running and middle distance running by college athletes and above. The training has never been as good. There are 10 teams here. Excuse me, 11 teams that qualified to get here. And the difference between the fastest and the last qualifier is 1.7 seconds in a race that takes 9.5 minutes. It's just never been like this. The mile is the same way. The performances are off the charts. Training methods have improved. The stamina and quality of these athletes and what they're putting in training has never been better. This is the 1,200-meter leg that you're looking at. They went by in about 60.5 seconds unofficially for the first 400 meters. Indiana taking the lead.
Indiana, Ohio State. Arkansas is up there. Texas A&M is up there.
Indiana, Deshaun Turner, the senior, is taking their 1,200-meter leg for them. Chris Fallon from Ohio State. Excuse me, that is Corey Leslie who's running the 1,200 leg.
And he had that fall in the mile in the heats when he was really in contention to qualify. There was a protest. They reviewed the film and decided that there was no one at fault. There was nothing that happened. It was incidental contact. So this gives him a chance to redeem himself to a certain degree by putting in a good performance here for his team. He's leading Ohio State right now in this 1,200-meter leg.
2:01 past the 800 meters as they come around with a lap and a half to go. And it is Leslie, a 3:56+ miler, who didn't have to exert himself completely in the mile because he fell, coming back here and running extremely well.
That's Notre Dame in second place right now, making a move down the final backstretch before the
Jonathan Scholl
pass.
There was a fall back there too. They've lost a couple of teams. Somehow they tripped up way back in the pack on each other. Scholl coming in with a great leg for Notre Dame. 2:57.3 unofficially.
There's the 400-meter leg, just 2 laps of this track.
400-meter leg, everybody's flying out there. Chris Geisting, the freshman from Notre Dame, carrying the 400-meter baton for them. Oklahoma is moving up right now in Ohio State for second place at the moment.
Notre Dame has pretty much hung on to the lead that they got after the 1,200-meter leg. This is probably the least consequential leg of the DMR.
Because it's the shortest.
Correct. But as I think through the whole idea of it being in the Olympics, I guess it's almost a slam dunk that Kenya would win the gold medal in this. The depth that they have to fill all those spots, so they wouldn't even have to have a decent 400-meter runner, but the other 3 legs would just be crazy good.
Dan White in second place for Ohio State. Coach Robert Gary, himself a former Olympic steeplechaser, has a very solid team and certainly knows how to coach his distance guys.
This is the 800-meter leg, 4 laps of this track. And then they'll hand off to their anchors, who will run 8 laps of this track, just 9 meters short of a mile.
Arkansas in third place. Arkansas up in 3rd place.
Notre Dame, Ohio State, Arkansas.
Leo Momo for Arkansas.
And that's Stanford in 4th.
Gaining ground on the rest of the leaders here. He's running a terrific leg for Arkansas. Anchoring for Arkansas will be Patrick Rono. This should be very interesting. Look at the people close on the lead group here. Notre Dame losing ground back into 3rd place. Ohio State taking over the lead. There comes the stick for the 1,600-meter leg. 150, about 149 was that leg that was run for Ohio State by Dan White. Unofficial time that it is.
So Ohio State, Arkansas, Notre Dame.
This is Chris Fallon on the anchor for Ohio State.
Stanford in 5th.
Rono has great speed, raw talent. This guy is an enormously capable guy. His dad, Peter Rono, the 1988 Olympic champion for Kenya at 1,500 meters, beating, among others, 2 great runners from Great Britain, Peter Elliott and Steve Cram, in that race. We watched him at the SEC championships, and he was electric. In high school, in 1 meet, he ran 4:09 and 150.6 for 800 meters. They've got to worry about his speed.
And this leg, so many of the teams just didn't start to bunch up, except for the ones that went down on the 800-meter leg. It continues to be Ohio State.
Jeremy Ray, Notre Dame in 2nd place.
And now Arkansas back to 3rd. Then Oklahoma, Stanford, Texas A&M is in there. Indiana, BYU. And Miles Batty is now working himself up into the screen for BYU. And it fallen way off the pace.
Andrew Bear in the red uniform at the back of that pack right now ran 57.4 for his leadoff 400 meters to get his team back in it. Shades of what he did last year. Ohio State, Notre Dame, Arkansas. 1, 2, 3 right now, leading the peloton.
And the more they slow this down, the more they let Miles Batty and BYU back into this thing. Batty had to qualify in the mile earlier.
2:01 through the 800-meter mark unofficially. And you're right, they've let the rest of the group catch up. Is this rest time, or would it be the time to step on the accelerator? Everybody in the hunt. Look at this. Miles Batty at the right of your screen and back right now, trying to see what he can do to what a effort he's put forth here to get his team back in contention.
And very smartly, he's done it incrementally, very deliberately. He didn't panic. There's a lot of experience. He's the defending mile champion. He's got the collegiate record. He knows what he's capable of, as we see a little bit of tripping there and
legs
pushing.
Get caught up there, Dwight. And he's got to worry about the speed potentially of Rono. I don't want to build it up too much, but Rono has speed. And can Batty match it when Rono is fresh right now, not having run an earlier mile qualifier?
Two laps remaining, just one 400 meters to go.
3:04 unofficially through 1,200 meters. Pace definitely picking up. Jeremy Ray from Notre Dame accelerating on the backstretch down there, trying to take the sting out of some of these guys' kicks. They've definitely started hauling now. Andrew Bear right in it in 2nd place.
Notre Dame back in the lead at the bell. It's Notre Dame, Indiana, and Stanford. Arkansas and Peter Rono now 4th. Stanford making a move. Miles Batty trying to get back in it, but they were so far back. BYU and Batty currently in 5th. Probably too much room given up. It's Notre Dame and Indiana, then Stanford. Indiana making a move on the inside. Here comes Batty on the outside. And he gets his team all the way up to 3rd. But Notre Dame wins the distance medley relay and the NCAA title.
congratulations to the Fighting Irish and Coach Joe